Hello, this is Goku471 here with a reply to King 191912's video on Diamond, I believe. I was thinking about doing this for a while, and I didn't, and then I saw somebody else do it, and I decided I want to do it. The reason I want to do this is because I believe he's wrong. And so I'm going to go through the bullet points of why I think he's wrong, and I'm also going to be reviewing Diamond and Pearl, and Platinum. Yes, I'm not going to be reviewing one because you cannot review one. You have to review them as a whole. Because he's saying the generation, 5th or 4th generation is bad, because of a single game, when there are 3 games in that. And now, yes, I know that Pearl, the one I own, doesn't matter. Diamond and Pearl are the same game. So, I'm not going to be trying to say that they are. They have different Pokemon, and that does make them somewhat different. Because the legendaries you want, and certain other things that you want, may differ. In this game, I believe it's only one single legendary that differs, but then there are other Pokemon that differ. I don't know them off the top of my head. I know there's a fossil one, and there are many, many other ones. They can only get in each game. They're meant to be played together so you can get them all. Okay, now, let's talk about the vast improvements, because there were vast improvements. King 1912 wants to think that there were nothing new. Okay, I will give him credit. This didn't do improvements like Gold and Silver, because there aren't improvements like that anymore. There aren't improvements that change the overall main game in a huge way, because there's nothing for them to add, I don't think. But now let's talk about the things that added to the game, the good things, because there were a few things in the game that weren't so cheery, but okay, they added nothing to the game. There's no new improvements. This is identical to the last game. And when's the last time you played a Pokemon game online? Before Diamond and Pearl? I don't remember. Because I didn't. Because it didn't exist. You can trade, you can battle your friends online. That's huge. That's something that should have been in Pokemon ages ago that's now in it. That is gigantic. And it works, and it's good. You can battle people online. It works, it's very good. And you can collect every Pokemon now. That system of trading is flawed. But it's a work in progress. This was the first attempt. I haven't seen what they did in the next games yet. But yes. Just the ability to trade over the entire world. I have Pokemon from people in Japan. I haven't done a lot of the battling. Because I don't have a 100-point team. I've been collecting them. I do have 300 hours in it, but it's mainly me collecting. I've been trying to get all 493 Pokemon, which is vast. Huge number. So that's huge. How you gain fossils, I think, was not a vast improvement, but it was interesting. It could have been better. Hopefully they do something better. Hopefully they do something better in Black and White, because Black and White were the next games. But it was a good attempt. The different forms of Pokemon, like Pokemon, you take one Pokemon and you get multiple forms of that single Pokemon. That electric guy, that electric legendary. He's technically a legendary, even though he's very easy to catch. Pokegear. They always do something in every single Pokemon game like the Pokegear. The Pokegear in this game actually was very big. And I hope they go to something like that in the next game. I think it's the best version of it, because it integrates the touchscreen, but it does it in a very good and real way, and it gives you functionality. It tells you very good information. I never have it on the clock. I always have it on other functionalities because there's so many useful ones. And there are actually not that many. I think there's only like 5 very useful ones, including the clock. But there's the egg one. There's a lot of good ones. Yeah, I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. I had a couple in my head a minute ago, but this is not about one thing. This is about all the vast improvements they made upon the game. Because they did make some big improvements. Using the touchscreen to do minigames, like the cooking minigame, I think was a very good improvement. It gives you more. I think it gets more realistic. It makes the game more fun. It gives you mini games, and they're not boring. I don't find that they're boring. Now they might not be. They might not be up your alley. You're not trying to play Cooking Mama when you're playing Pokemon. I understand that, but it does not mean it's not a considerable difference. It's changing how the game plays. Hello, this is Goku4071 here with the end of my first video on Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum review. This will be a two-part video. The next video will all be about the Pokemon, the meat of the game, which I think we can all agree is the most important part, and is the make or break of the game. The changes they can do could be the most significant changes in the world. If the new Pokemon are not good, the game is flawed from the very beginning. Please leave a comment or a video response on this or the second video if you want to. Anything you want to say is fine. If you want to tell me why I'm wrong, I'm open to it. And this is kind of coming to you, King191912. I really want you to. I really want to know what you disagree with what I said. If you do, see you next time, YouTube.